I can't lie. The people in the people in prison. I just clap for them because they deal, brother. They deal with the pedophiles better than what's it called, the government, fam.
Wait, so you believe in the death penalty?
In America, there's some states like if you kill a police officer, you get the needle. Like, what is that? Like, why are police's lives worth more than the normal person's life? Like, do you think when it comes to second chances, that it's better to take a more to punish people more instead of like rehabilitate them and educate them?
Then you checking on these brothers 20 years time. Some of them might not even be alive, fam.
Exactly.
So yeah, I feel like it's important to even. Welcome back to Second Generation Podcast, featuring me, myself, Abbas, and the boy
Dullah.
And today we got a very interesting conversation for you lot. Today you seen from the title, today we're talking about, does everybody deserve a second chance? It's interesting, a lot.
Very interesting.
What do you think? Does everyone deserve a second chance?
For me,
broader question.
Everyone in the world has the right to a second chance. Okay. People.
Are you everyone?
Everyone in the world.
Hitler.
Does Hitler deserve a second chance?
No.
I mean, he had his second chance, and that's what he deserved to do. That's why he done with it. Because he went into World War One.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, he does.
Hitler
think about it.
Yeah.
No. Okay, think about it. Yeah. He was an Austrian immigrant. Yeah.
Yeah.
And went to Germany. Mm-hmm. He fought in World War One. Had like mustard bomb in his eyes, messed up, and I think that's what led to him being who he is. Yeah.
Really.
So it's the same with people with mental disorders that go on to kill people.
So you're excusing Hitler for causing a mass genocide and saying he has mental.
No, I'm not excusing him.
Okay.
But yeah, he doesn't deserve a second chance. Okay. But majority of people, he's the 1%, the 0.5%. That they don't deserve a second chance because they don't change. I feel like people deserve a chance where it's possible for them to change, possible for them to be rehabilitated. That's why I believe like the criminal justice system, like it does work, but I feel like in other countries, European countries, they have better turnout rates because it's more focused on rehabilitation than punishment. You get me?
That's very true.
What about you? What do you think about? Do you think everyone deserves?
I feel like everyone deserves a second chance. It depends. It depends what they do before that. If you can trust them to give like a second chance. Obviously I feel like everyone in their heart has that little soft spot to be like, you know what, unless you're completely evil, fam.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like most people deserve a second chance. Just depends on what you do in it. If you do something grimy, it's a burnt bridge still.
Let me give you a scenario.
Yeah.
So like a few years ago, I think this was 2010.
Yeah.
There was a case, James Borgia case, where two 10-year-olds, they abducted this 4-year-old from the mother, from the mother or at the supermarket, and they took this boy and tortured him on the train tracks.
Are you gonna ask me if he deserves a second chance, fam?
Yeah. Because he was taken into juvie.
How old was he? How old was he again?
Was hidden. 10.
10?
Yeah.
So the guy was 10.
And two of them, and they tortured the 4-year-old.
Two 10-year-olds?
Yeah.
What happened to the mom?
The mom just lost the child.
And they tortured that's actually
him and killed him.
Can't lie, that's a techie one still.
You did deserve a second chance.
It's a little bit techie because obviously what you'd think about if they do deserve a second chance is their age.
Yeah.
Because they're 10 years old, and that's the age where you're supposed to be innocent. You're not supposed to like know much about the world.
That case is what made what reduced the criminal like age or responsibility to 10.
Nah, them kids
they
is
definitely knew. That
I can't lie. Them kids is devils, fam. Them kids is devils. The hell? Nah, they don't. I don't think they deserve a second chance. I'll be real. Even if you're 10 years old and moving that devilish,
the thing
can't lie.
I watched a documentary on it, and apparently like one of the kids were raised on like by themselves watching horror films and all of these gruesome
Well,
ways
so you're
of
saying the
killing
media
people.
influenced him a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but I'm not saying he doesn't deserve. But let's say he deserves a second chance. I mean, it deserves. I mean,
I think
depends.
how long like sentence in jail would you say?
would I give him?
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve juvie. He needs to go to a proper jail. Because in juvie, yeah, they give him everything. So it's not a prison.
Yeah, but prison is for a 10-year-old. You know what that is?
A special kids prison, like the ones that commit murders and them, not like cheating, like a proper prison.
Yeah.
I'd say
'Cause you must
10.
be bare twisted
Yeah.
to torture a 4-year-old, even if you're 10.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
still have a sense of justice. You still
When you're older, you're going to be a sociopath, innit?
exactly.
It's like them man that kill cats when they're younger.
Guys
innit?
kill cats, fam.
That's what sociopaths do.
Oh my
Psychopaths.
lord. Really?
Serial killers, yeah. They all like kill animals at the
I
start.
saw one video on IG once. It was this kid who put his kitten in a microwave, fam.
Oh my
It
god.
was a mad thing. I can't lie.
Oh man. Yeah, so
Like
like
Chinese
young people, you'd say young people, wouldn't you say they deserve more of a chance since they have like less life experience? They have less knowledge of what is right and what is wrong. Even the knowledge is sufficient.
Yeah, I feel like there should be consequences for their actions,
Mm-hmm.
and they should be punished. Maybe not as harshly as someone who's fully grown and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it should definitely be treated seriously,
Mm-hmm.
or else they're just gonna think it's cool at a young age, keep doing it, and then they're gonna be a problem when they're older. Like
It's true, yeah.
a full menace to society, fam.
But in
Yeah.
terms of like, you know, when you're a criminal, yeah, and you come out,
Yeah,
like you're not allowed to look after children.
yeah.
You can't adopt. You think that's fair?
You
I
can't-
personally don't really. That's
You can't
fair.
adopt if you're a killer.
Of course, if you're a killer, I'm sure. Like, I don't think you can adopt if you commit any crime, except from like fraud or like minor petty crimes. But I feel like,
I think you can. I say you can.
can you?
Can you?
I don't think.
I don't
so.
know. I've never looked. I've never
Doesn't
searched. That's
make
never
sense.
crossed my mind. I've never gone on Google and searched.
Mm.
Can someone from prison adopt a child?
I don't think they can. But in the case that they can't,
It depends. It depends what they've been charged for.
Yeah,
If they've
of
been
course.
charged for something like rape
yeah.
or something like that, then obviously not.
Mm-hmm.
But if they've been charged for something like a robbery,
I think they can.
yeah, I know, fam.
I mean, yeah,
Taking care of
It's
their
fair.
family.
yeah, because you know the people that go into prison, it changes them, innit? Yeah, they come out. Like I've seen a video of like a bank robber, innit?
Yeah,
He came out and he came out all educated, you know, just talking about how he robbed so many banks and, you know, now he's changed mind of the business and everything.
yeah,
So, like, he's been given a second chance in that sense, you know. He came out
yeah.
and made something for himself.
Do you feel like drug dealers and let's say like a rapist or pedophiles are given the same chance when they go in and out of jail, like sentence wise?
I mean, the experience
Do you-
inside
do you-
is 100% different because
Yeah, the
pedos,
experience.
they are going to get
If you-
absolutely
lucky if you make it out
ruined.
alive.
Exactly,
I can't lie.
yeah, they're going to get ruined.
I
Drug
can't lie. The people in prison. I just clap for them because they deal, brother, they deal with the pedophiles better than what's it called, the government, fam.
Wait, so you believe in the death penalty?
Does that mean I believe in the death penalty?
You believe people, if they commit a certain crime, they should die? That's what America do.
It depends what, like, if you've been numerously touching kids and that and doing some crazy stuff, then yeah, your brothers like that are dealt with in prison, fam.
Okay.
So I feel like it's just like it's a moral thing
But
that they get that, like.
what
do you think
let's
should happen
say-
then? They should just get their sentence, come out. Oh no, you don't know. Like, fam,
life sentences.
life sentence.
Yeah, because in America, there's some states like if you kill a police officer, you get the needle. Like, what is that? Like, why are police's lives worth more than the normal person's life? So I was like, oh, come on, man. Like, it could have been an accident or
Well, a rapist
especially
is
with black
gonna
people
get
as well.
killed. Don't you feel
Rapist,
like a
100
rapist would get killed during
Yeah.
a life sentence?
I mean,
I feel like there's a high chance.
it depends on who they are, I guess. If they're like well-known drug dealer, rapist, pimp, everything, then I'm sure nothing will happen to them. Because like even in prison, I'm pretty sure people get raped all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dropping the soap and stuff, innit?
I said drop in the sofa. I'm grown.
Yeah, so
But yeah,
I don't believe people should.
I
die
feel
for
like
their
it's. I
crimes.
feel like it's. Do you feel like it's unfair that rapists and stuff get shorter times than drug dealers?
Yeah, it actually doesn't make sense though. Yeah,
That does not make sense. That
yeah.
is.
It's crazy, man.
That's mad.
Drug dealing is nothing compared to rape and bad.
That is mad.
Because drug
Like,
dealing, you're
just
like
look at on a scale. Which one's worse?
more mentally
Trust me.
damaging and stuff. Yeah, because you're taking. It's like it's not. It's
And
not right, is
the
it?
damage they inflict on a victim,
Mm,
and a drug dealer giving
exactly.
supplying someone that's
Exactly. That
asking
wants
for.
to. Exactly. They want it
It's just like it just shows how the government system is corrupt.
because they know like black people or like ethnic minorities. They're the ones shotting drugs in it.
Trust me, they wanna.
Or majority, the other ones supplying. So like, let's
Yeah,
just
man.
stick them in there for as long as they can. But
Yeah.
like moving on to the next topic, would you say that the criminal justice system does like disadvantage black people
Yeah, of course, fam.
in terms of like sentencing? 100% like
Yeah.
sentencing, right?
Yeah,
Sentencing.
I swear there's one high percentage of African American males in like American prisons.
Yeah.
I heard something like 80% or something.
Really?
It was something really high like
Wow.
that.
Even in the UK, I think like 16.3%, might be wrong, of the prison population is
Yeah.
black, whereas in the population of UK that are black is only like 3%.
Yeah.
Shows how disproportionate
Don't even quote me
the
on
system
figures,
is.
but I know it's something high.
Yeah.
But back to what was the thing you was
Drug dealers having the same sentence.
no,
as
before that, do you
rapists.
feel? Oh yeah, second chances.
Second
Like back to the
chances.
deeper thingy.
Mm.
Do you feel like let's look at it from a different perspective, right? Let's say like in a relationship,
Mhm.
if someone cheats,
Mm.
do you think they deserve a second chance?
No,
Nah.
I don't believe that. No.
Why not?
Because the fact that you've gone out of your way to cheat just shows how you disregarded that person the first time. So that could happen any other time. And after you've hurt someone in that way, like
Yeah.
it just shows that you're not fully invested into the relationship for you to be dipping your toes in someone else's. You know what I mean?
That's a different.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that.
So you agree, yeah?
I hear that. Yeah, I do agree. Have you heard that saying? You don't know if you don't know if you love her until you cheat on her. See that meme?
Should be the other way around. You don't know if you love her, if she cheats on if she cheats on you.
Yeah, it should be the other way around.
But it's you know, it works both ways.
Hoodville for life,
But what
man,
I-
if you know.
This second chance in relationships is very sticky because it depends on what you go through and what you guys been through together. And
How if someone cheats and then the person takes them back?
I mean, you do you in it, and you could have a happier life from down and out. You know what I mean? Because like even with relationships, yeah, like it depends on what stage you are at. Because let's say you're in the talking stage, but you're not like fully exclusive.
yeah.
I would still count that as not cheating, but I wouldn't
Fam,
condone
you-
that. You know what I mean? Because
you
you're
wouldn't-
talking to me.
Okay.
You said that?
You're a possessive brother,
I'm
fam.
not possessive, but if you're talking to
I'm
someone, you
joking.
should
I'm
invest
joking.
100%.
I'm joking. I hear that. I hear that.
Invest 100% of your energy in that one person, and not
I hear
all
that.
30 and split your money.
I hear.
I want to go back to like the whole prison system thing.
Yeah.
So like, do you think when it comes to second chances,
Mhm.
that it's better to take a more to punish people more instead of like rehabilitate them and educate them?
Are you asking if I think they should punish people more instead
Yeah.
of rehabilitate?
Yeah.
No, I think they should rehabilitate about.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying they've been doing that, right?
In Europe, and apparently it's been working, isn't it?
Yeah.
People don't reoffend after.
Yeah.
The prisons. Apparently the prisons are bougie. Like their
So-
bedrooms are nice. They're out all the time.
Yeah. Nah, I think it's good for, like, the punishment is being inside, right? Not being able to see the light of day. So I feel like it doesn't really help society grow much if we're not gonna teach after someone's wrongdoing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like rehabilitation is a very important factor of the prison system and the whole, what's it called? The whole
Criminal justice system.
yeah, like the process
Yeah.
of them
Institution.
coming out, because they could have like a 20-year sentence, right?
Mhm.
You just have them in punishing them, and then they come out, just do the same thing again and make sure they don't get caught. But if they're put into that system and taught properly and like talked to by victims and stuff,
Mm.
then I feel like it would help when they get out, and that would help society as a whole.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, man.
So do you think the victim or the victim's family should have a say in sentencing? Because they kind of do when it comes to like witness stands and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, when they come and talk.
Yeah.
Would you say like they should have a role in deciding if a person gets a life sentence, or 20 years, or?
I guess they're there, right?
Mm.
They're there when the person's getting sentenced,
Mm.
obviously. But I feel like that would be too much of a bias.
Yeah,
That
majority
would
of
be
the time.
that would be too much of a bias.
Majority of the
Because if someone's done something really bad
Mm.
to the person's
Mm-hmm.
son or daughter, let's say murdered them,
Mm.
they're gonna say life sentence.
Mm.
Although the person who might have been murdered
Mm.
could have provoked that, so it would be kind of an unfair
It's true, yeah.
judgment. So I
Mm.
feel like it's important to still have that
Mm.
kind of boundary. Obviously, they should have a say and say what they knew about the person they know that's gone through that. But
Mm.
yeah, so what do you think?
I agree, man. Like, but in America, when
Yeah.
it comes to death penalty cases,
Yeah.
there was a documentary on BBC, and I was watching like some families who've like their son was killed by a man brutally. Some of them don't believe in the death penalty, and they just wanted to forgive the child because they just want to end the cycle of violence. And I get that, you know. So yeah, I'd say it's fine to give some people a second chance in that sense. Rehabilitation is, as you said, is important for like the economy and just the society functioning well, because everyone can work together. But like, I feel like as an individual going into prison, you're able to transform yourself with the right mindset, of course.
Yeah, lots of people transform themselves inside. Like, I know there's books there and stuff, so they educate
gym,
themselves. Then when they
books.
come back out, you know what I mean?
As a person going into prison, what would you do? Like, what you know of prison? What would you do if you were in prison?
What would I do? Obviously make sure I'm safe and stuff.
And how?
Just make sure I don't break no unspoken rules.
Okay.
You know, like that. Just keep to myself. Obviously make friends, like gather experiences from other people, because I know there's lots of older people in prison who regret what they've done and like to give out information. So I'll absorb as much from that experience I can.
But it's not a networking event, if you get me. You're like,
Fam, I know
what would you do differently if you first joined prison?
Huh?
So you can't really ask, what would you do differently when you first joined prison? I mean, you can, like, you know, what would you advise me what to do, or like tell me the rules here, like what not to do and stuff. So I get that, but it's more of a brotherhood thing, right? So like you have to form relationships to make sure you're safe. Not relationships.
It depends. Whoa, yo, I'm a mad fam. I wasn't even thinking that. You're crazy. I can't lie.
Nah.
I'm joking, but yeah, probably just gym. I gym a lot.
That's what I do, man.
You see, when you go in, if you go in, you come out, and you're
Different.
looking bolo.
Different.
It's a different story.
For me, I would, books, read, because there's nothing else to do, right?
Yeah.
Literally read.
Now you can work on your music career, fam. Become a SoundCloud rapper. You must an SG. Oh man.
Write like 20, 50 songs, fam. So when you come out, just
write your
release.
songs, come out, go crazy,
In the studio,
jump on
one
mix,
session.
jump on mixtape madness, fam.
Yeah.
Next week you're on Diggity's mixtape, fam. It's a mad life. I can't lie.
Oh man.
Got a question though. Like in your life, who in your life, like the most important, closest people to you, would you like always give a second chance to?
Oh,
And no matter how bad they've done, like they've not super wrong, but like wronged you quite a bit.
Do I have one of those people? So you're asking if I have one of those people?
Yeah. If you have someone that's like, if they wrong you, like you'd forgive them.
I'm trying to think, but I'd say all of them, because like that's the kind of people I surround myself with. Like I don't like snaky people. You get me? I don't like snaky people.
Okay then.
So yeah, I'd say all of them. I don't even think I don't trust them to. I don't think they're gonna wrong me in any way. But if they do,
I'm saying hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically
speaking.
I think I would. Yeah.
Or just everyone that's around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. How about you?
Me, I'd probably say that's a it's a techie. Like my family, of course. Always give my family a second chance, and probably like my boys. Like obviously, like you said, a small circle. Because in a big circle, you don't know who's looking at you. Like it could be like 20 man. You don't know if one guy is just moving for gazy. So obviously, yeah, man.
But would you say like you see in school and stuff, like people get excluded for all of these petty things like fighting? You think that's fair? I don't think personally. I don't think
For
that's
fighting.
fair. For fighting, getting excluded for fighting.
Yeah, I don't think people should get excluded for fighting, fam.
I don't think exclusion should happen at all.
Maybe it's like actually, yeah. I think
shouldn't happen at all.
I think exclusion should happen.
Should not happen. Well, you think they should happen?
Like, I'm saying, I'm not saying it should happen, right? But I'm saying I'd be understanding if the school wanted to do that, depending on the intensity of what the students done.
That's true. Yeah.
Because they could paint the school in a whole like crazy light if they keep everyone. Let's say if you have one school, right?
That's true.
And they've kept everyone they haven't excluded. How mad it would be. So we paint their school to be like, you know what I mean?
I know.
So I'd understand where they're coming from, though.
But a school's priority shouldn't be their image. It just should be educating and helping the generation grow up, right? Yeah. So I feel like in that sense they're so selfish in terms of if you have this student, it will make our school look bad. Yeah. And when you do kick out these students, where are they gonna go?
Especially fighting. Why would you kick I can't like fighting.
Fighting. Yeah, that's extreme.
That's dumb.
And when you kick out these students, where they're gonna go? Sent out a place where all of the other people are that got kicked out. And what do you think they're gonna do? Do you think they wanna learn? What the hell? If they're surrounded by people that are doing did the same things as them, they're gonna just create a group and just go against the whole education system, you know what I mean? And just do everything opposing to them, join gangs, go on road.
Then you're checking on these brothers 20 years time. Some of them might not even be alive.
Exactly.
So yeah, I feel like it's important for even the school. Like it's very important for the school even.
But so what do you think schools could do to instead of exclusion?
Instead of exclusion, I'd say like extra classes.
Yeah,
extra
classes, money, man.
But people, it would be money to pay the teachers and stuff. But if they really wanted to do something, But thing is, if a youth's being bad, right? Yeah. And you just give them extra classes to turn up on their own, who's gonna really turn up?
It's true.
You know what I mean, what do you think though? What would you recommend they do?
I mean, it all relates to role models and teachers, right? Because if you rate a teacher, then you're likely to turn up to his class and listen to what he's saying. It's like one of them, them people that come in during assemblies that are from road, or they've been places, done bad things, and they come and tell you, don't do this stuff. I went through this and look where I went, and they're better now, and so they're trying to advise us on what we should do. But people like that, you can kind of look up to and be like, I don't want to be I'll listen to his advice, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like people that aren't academically gifted and that struggle and, that don't, fight a law and, swear at teachers, they need a role model and they need help. You know what I mean? Something that can, even if it's not to do with education, something on the side like football, or, you know what I mean? Like trading or something that's not reselling, something that doesn't require a lot of academia. I mean, it does, but
it's a different skill.
Exactly, different skill.
School only accommodates to the skills. Yeah. School only accommodates to the skills that they want you to know and they want you to learn. But like I said before, they teach us to work for them, not to work for ourselves. Because all the outside skills that, let's say if you come out of school, right, you go work for a business. Let's say you work for Apple. You're not gonna become the CEO of Apple, fam, by doing those.
You do get good pay.
Unless you do get good pay, but you don't get the best pay you can by being at the top, and you do that independently. And school doesn't teach you those independent skills which you need to develop yourself and look on your future. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I get that. I rate the schools that do. Is it BTEC? I'm not sure, but like vocational courses.
What's that?
So like you can train to become a plumber or a builder.
Oh, word.
And like you go into like apprenticeships or like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that part is good because, you know, you basically, it's something you could do for life, innit? And you can just do other things on the side instead of just leaving these people without any jobs. Like, that's why I hear about schools focusing on the top achievers all the time.
It just filters out.
Yeah, they just literally
filters out, brothers.
They literally just leave them for the world to eat them up. You know, and they end up, as you said, dead or in jail.
And then they end up blaming our people in the end.
Yeah,
because of how we end up afterwards. Like,
yeah. Black stereotype. These lot don't work. These lot don't. It's like, yeah, blah blah blah.
Like they say, we have to work 2 times harder, 10 times harder.
Yeah, we do.
Like that.
We do that 100%.
Trust me, man. But we have to wrap it up, man.
So, thank you for listening to today's episode of the Second Generation Podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's discussion, and you know, we want you to like, comment, subscribe, and comment what you think of today's episode. Does everyone deserve a second chance? Let us know. So in a bit.